like that. You know, companies build cars sometimes. Look at this, lighting up a cig and having a great time. I think these people are getting a suntan as well. Looks like a great day to take a dip in the water because to me, how much skin's showing, it looks like it's pretty damn hot out. Look at this unique, like how many car shows you see where it's on a beach and then you literally have these show cars out as close to the water as you can get right here. I mean, wow. That is awesome. What a unique aesthetic. And this is like my number one thing. When I show up, wherever I get to first, anywhere in the world I get to travel to, but especially if we're talking about Europe as a whole, it's going to be car shows I'm going to be looking out for 100%. Have to go to a car show or 2 or 20 in any European country. That's a priority. Racetracks, that would be fun to see. And museums. Automotive museums as well. This is cool. It's like one of the old racing liveries, I think. Old Merc. Those are awesome. Ooh, even a Lexus in the group. That's a big car, too. Wow, interesting. Interesting A-pillars there. It's cool to see the different design elements people kind of go with and customize, upgrade. Now, I don't know how I feel about Audis in orange. I know there are I think that's a factory color on some Audis. I suppose they can look good. Maybe it sounds cliche, but I just enjoy Audis in, silvers and black and gray. They just look too damn good. They just own those kind of neutral colors. They just look so good with it, like that one. Now, the Volkswagen in purple looks kind of cool. Newer Volkswagens, I think, look really sleek. Like, I feel like kind of more, they look less, cheap than they used to. I don't think they ever looked cheap, but they looked, like a people's car. Isn't that their thing? Like, they looked like an entry-level, affordable brand. Common, easy to maintain and fix and stuff, you would think. At least they looked approachable, right? Some of them looked really good. But I feel like the newer Volkswagens, like if we look at that yellow one, the older one, it looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But those newer Volkswagens, is it just me, or I feel like they look a lot more premium? Even the ones here in the U.S. You look at newer, like these Jetta GLIs. You look at the Golf GTI, the Golf R, the Volkswagen SUVs they sell here. Like, dude, I see them driving around. They're actually really fancy. I'm seeing more VWs around me than I ever have before. I feel like their sales are on the up and up in the U.S. in the last few years. Of course, these old ones are really cool. Volvo, hell yes. Still would love to get my hands on an old Volvo brick of any sort. These things are the bomb, dude. They're so cool. They're so freaking cool, and they're durable. You could do anything with those. Love that Beetle. That's kind of fun to see. Lots of Beamers. I'd say BMW and Volkswagen are stealing the show so far in popularity. Nice. I feel like, hopefully it's not taken the wrong way. I feel like in a good way. This is like Fast and Furious aesthetic, like the early ones, 1 and 2, the first movies. I just think of it with the bright color and then the vinyl, the graphics like this. Reminds me of like a mid-2000s aesthetic, like 2004 or something. In a good way. I really think that was cool. I mean, we have cars literally scattered all around here. I imagine there's some good food to be had. Kind of jealous. I wish I was there right now. I want to jump through the screen. We have our first Skoda over here. Look at the interior on this Mercedes. Very nice. Clean as can be. It's one thing getting the cars clean on the outside. You get it cleaned, you polish it up, you dry it. But the inside is a different story. That's a lot more grunt work. And most cars get to kind of hide the inside, right? That one's a convertible. So you got a little more responsibility with that one. This old Honda, is this a... Now, I wonder what this was called in your market. I know sometimes cars have different names in different markets. This was called a Honda Del Sol in the U.S. I thought these were pretty cool. This replaced the Honda CRX here. It's a nice Mercedes. Is that a Skoda? It is. I couldn't tell if it was an Audi or a Skoda. I think the logo is clearly blacked out, but I think it's a Skoda. I think it looks damn good. Again, looks really premium. I think all the VAG group cars are really kind of, I don't know if that's a popular opinion or not. I feel like the newer ones are really sharp looking from all the brands, basically. Look at this. What the hell? The tire is literally tucked under. It didn't even look like it was seated correctly on the wheel. And by the way, let me get this out there. You know, let me know your honest thoughts about the whole stance thing. I'm not a hater, right? I'll never be that. So, what model is this? Whoa, this thing is interesting. I thought maybe it's a Golf R or a GTI, but no, it had an R badge. But this, it's either extremely well done custom or it's something else. This doesn't really look like a Golf to me. What the hell is it? Cool car. Minis are cool too. I'm not, so I'll never be a hater. I respect every car, every build. You know, people have styles and put time and sweat and money into these things, whatever the style of a car is, and I respect it. Now, personally, I wouldn't, you know, probably mess with like owning a stanced car. It's not really my cup of tea, but I think they're cool. Like, I would totally attend a show that was all stance cars. I think it'd be fun. And that sticker has a great message. I don't know if you caught it. I agree. F the haters. But, yeah, it's definitely not my thing. Like, when I look at that old Mercedes like we saw, I guess I'm a kind of a nerd. Like, I would want it stock and having it ride really nice, and it'd be fun to own a car that's like 30 years old and it's in such good original shape. So I'm kind of a nerd like that, and it might sound boring to some people, and that's a fair point. But I do respect it regardless. Look at that Rat Rod VW bus. That's awesome. Wow. Man, this place has a good turnout, by the way. Look at that area. I mean, look at the cars. They go all the way down there. There's cars over here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Holy smokes, man. What a cool show, dude. Damn. These newer Beamers, by the way, I absolutely hated when this gen came out. And they're kind of growing on me over time. It's weird how some cars do that. Totally hated the front end, and I'm not a Beamer fan. These aren't even my favorite BMWs, but I don't hate them anymore. Like, they're growing on me. I don't know how cars end up doing that. Now, these old ones, right? This is what, probably late 90s? And is this a 7 Series? Because this thing is freaking huge. Look at how big that car is. I'm thinking of my Crown Victoria police car, and those are big cars. I think this might be bigger, right? Look at how huge this thing is. Damn, it's like a limo. Cool car, dude. Yeah, I still prefer the older Beamers to the new one, but I will admit, they're getting better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that works, but I don't think they're as bad as I did maybe 6 months ago. But yeah, these new ones, or these old ones, these old Beamers always had such sharp lines. They just look so athletic, so good. And this gen too, oh, these are awesome. Like the E92 M3, oh my god. Not to mention a 8,500 RPM Redline with a V8. What a toy. Audis of all gens look awesome to me. What is this? This is a Volkswagen Golf with Bentley wheels, and they look legit. I'm going to assume those are actual Bentley wheels. How on earth? I know, isn't Bentley part of Volkswagen Group too? God, what a big conglomerate, man. I think they are. Let's assume they are. Still, a Bentley has the same bolt pattern as a Golf. I don't know what's up with that. That's hilarious, dude, if that's true.